Hello everyone, welcome to S online class, and this is Narendra. And today one of the very important topic for the arithmetic point of view, that is simple and compound interest. You write any of the competitive examinations for the job, you will get one or two questions. At the main level, you will get even the data interpretations on simple and compound interest. So let's begin over here. The very first question on your board is this. So allow me to read the question, and then I will give 30 seconds for you to answer this question or think about this question. Either you if you are answering it, this is a practice for you. If you are not able to answer within the time, then it's a learning for you. Okay, look at this one. The first question is very simple question, and usually what happens, simple interest is very easy. Now the problem comes with only the compound interest. Let's begin here the first question. So on the amount on a certain principal for 3 years at 12% rate of interest compounded annually is rupees 12,000. The amount is given to us, the time is given, rate of interest is given to us. So what will be the amount after 4th year? So the amount is given to us, we have the compound interest over here. What will be the amount after 4th year? So how do we do it? That the amount, this is 3rd year amount. At the end of 3rd year, what will be the amount at the end of 4th year? Okay, come on my dear friends. These all questions are very common at a previn level. At the same time, sometimes it also comes at the main level. So let me see if Pandu Babu, very good evening, Mr. Pandu, very good evening, sir. So yesterday I didn't see you, I was so disappointed by seeing that you are not there, but okay, I am happy that today you joined, and 30 seconds is over. 30 seconds is over. Okay, let's begin here. Very good evening, Mr. Pandu. Let's begin here. Now I will answer this question now. So what happens is, at the end of 3rd year, we have already the amount of 12,000. So I am just writing for the clarity point of view, and amount, that is principal plus interest, and which is given to us as 12,000. So if you understand the compound interest, so amount at the end of 4th year will nothing be, you have to take 1 year interest at the rate of 12%, and that is 12,000 into 1.12, that is 112%, or you can add 12,000 plus 12% of 12,000. And oh, that's so nice, Pandu, 13,440. You are correct when you are multiplying this one. So you will be getting 13,440. That means your answer is option 3. Let me check. You are right, my dear friend. Moving on to the next question over here. What you are expected to know is that the amount at the end of 3rd year will become the principal for 4th year. Principal for 4th year. So this is what the principal for 4th year, and at the end of 4th year, what will be the amount? So I simply have to add 1 year interest, and 1 year interest, whether it is a simple interest or compound interest, it will remain same. So I will calculate the 12% of 12,000, and I will add it to 12,000. Since there is only 1 year gap, it does not matter whether your the interest calculation is whether simple interest or compound interest, because it is the 1 year gap. Well done, my dear friend. So the next question over here is this. It's a practice. It's just a practice. So, your speed will increase, your understanding will increase. So, if compound interest received on a certain amount at second year is rupees 250, second year, not after 2 years, second year interest. Now, what will be the compound interest for third year? Not at the end of third year, only third year on the same amount at the rate of 12% per annum interest. Think of it. Mr. Pandu, I am sure you will be able to answer the question, but before that let me show you one thing, that this data, that first year if the principal is 2000, then what is that? Let's take that 2000. In the second year, what will happen? The 2000 at the rate of 10% per annum. Now, the principal is 20,000 and the rate of interest is 10%. What will be the interest for first year? That is 2000. So, the first year interest is 2000 and the second year interest, this 2000 plus 10% of the same 10% of 2000, that is another 200 is got added over here, 2200. What will happen for third year? So, this is 2000 for the first year and 200, that is for second year. So, this part comes over here and I will be taking the 10% on second year and I will add it to second year interest. I will be getting third year, right my friend? Here you will find that they are in the geometric progression. That means 2000, that means this is 2000 by 2200, which is equal to 2200 by 2420. They will be in geometric progression. So, now come to the question here, the same question. Will you answer this? Take 30 seconds and let us practice together. Practice together. The Pandu is constantly answering the question and he already answered it 280. That indicates that the Pandu knows the method to answer the question. Okay. Shall I? Still 21 seconds is there and some people watching, it is good. It does not matter whether 1 people are watching or 1000 people are watching. So, the time is up at my end. I am waiting for your end, what it should be. Okay. So, time is over at your end. I have the interest at the end of second year and the Pandu has rightly understood that at the end of second year if 2500. So, at the end of third year what will happen? I will add 12% to 2500 and that will be the interest at the end of third year. So, okay, let us move on and that is 2500. Beautifully understood, Mr. Pandu. 2500 plus 12% of 2500, right? I need to add it this one. So, instead of that I can directly multiply this by 1.12, 112%. So, I need to multiply this over here or else you can take the directly 12% of this number and add to 250 and which in result comes 280. Well done. Well done. Oh, Chinna Rakesh. When the Chinna Rakesh has joined, he is very good, very good. That's right. You are saying option choice 3. Let me check that 280 option choice 3, Mr. Rakesh. It's a revision, Chinna Rakesh. I know that you are very brilliant. You know this small questions. So, it's a practice, right? Next question over here is this. Look at this one. The amount received at 8% per annum, the amount received at the 8% per annum in compound interest after 2 years is 72,900. Then what is the principal? You know that this kind of question comes in the prelim. That means already given to us is 72,900, which is equal to P into 1 plus what percentage interest? 8%. So what comes 8 by 100? So that is nothing but with 4 this is 2 times, and with 4 this is 25 times. So that is 2 by 25 for how many years? 2 years. Let's find out P. So I give 30 seconds for you. I come over here so that together we will practice the question. Oh, Pandu has already answered it. 62,500. I am waiting for Chinna Rakesh to answer the question because he is very good, and the rest of the people, you must be understanding this type of question comes in RRB, SSC, even the banking also when it comes to prelim. So what should I do? 30 seconds is over. Anyone answer the question? Let me see whether Pandu is right or not. 62,500, option 4. Oh, that's right, Mr. Pandu. So it's a practice, revision, right? For you it's revision because you know all the things. So what is P? P is equal to then bring that over here, that is 72,900 into 25 by 4, not 4. Will it be 2 square? 4. So 25 plus 2 is 27. So here you are getting 27. 27 into 27 by 25. So this is 25 by 27. When I bring over here, then this will be 25 by 27. This is also 25 by 27. You know that this is nothing but 27 square. 27 square. So cancel this one. You are getting 100, and then 25 square 625 followed by 20, as Pandu has rightly answered the question. The calculation is 100% perfect, and so is Chinna Rakesh. Yeah, I was expecting Chinna Rakesh will definitely answer this question. Okay, let's move on to the next question over here. What is this question? Here it says that a sum amounts to rupees 8,028 in 3 years and 12,042 in 6 years. Okay, at a certain rate of interest per annum, when the interest is being compounded, find the sum. So here I would like to throw the concept which you expected to know to answer this question. Let's take the 10,000 is the principal and 10% is the rate of interest in compound interest. So here you have 1,000 is the interest. So interest is 1,000, your principal is 11,000, 10,000 plus 1,000. The next year what happens? You will add this 10% on this. So the next second year it is 1100 is the interest, your principal is 12,100. Now third year what happens? So on this second year you add again 10% on this, so it comes 1210, and the principal comes 13,300. So in a compound interest, the principal amount is also in geometric progression. That means in this particular case, the interest and amount both are in geometric progression. That means that is 11,000 by that is 12,100, which is equal to 12,100 by the third year interest, that is 13,310. You are expected to know this one, then easily you will be able to answer the question where the time period should be same. Here it is principal P. After 3 years, the amount is become 12,042, and after 6 years 42. After 6 years, that means another 3 years, the amount is become how much? No, this is 8,028. This is 8,028. Okay, and after 3 years, another 3 years. So what happens? The amount, that is 12,042. That means you know that it is in geometric progression because the time period is same. From here to here is 3 years, from here to here is another 3 years. So that is P by 8,028 is equal to 8,028 by 12,042. Now the rest part is the calculation part. Take your 30 seconds, and I am sure the Pandu will answer the question, Rakesh will answer the question, and some of the other people will also answer the question. Come on my friends, don't bother about the other people. Pandu has already calculated 5352, 5352, option 1. How about Chinna Reddy calculation? How about the other friends who are watching here? At your end 8 seconds is there, at my end the time is over. You have the 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Okay. Now you know the calculation is very important, whether it's RRB, SSC or banking. So you are expected to know that this this gets cancelled 2 times and this gets cancelled 3 times. So 4 2 is 8, 4 3 is 12. So you can directly write down, if you are understanding this part, this is 2 times and this is 3 times. Okay. Now with the 3 this gets cancelled over here. How many times will this get cancelled? So that's 2 6 7 6. Okay, that's right, and multiply this by 2, you are getting the answer. So you can't get escape from the calculation speed. Now what is the answer? Chinna Reddy has said option 1, Pandu has said option 1. Let me check your calculation is correct or not. Yeah, that's right. So just I am joining with you in order to do some practice which you already know most of the question. So this multiplication comes 5 3 5 2, that is the result. Is it 5 3 5 2? Well done. So in the process you are improving your calculation. Next question on your board is this. Okay, what is this question? Allow me to read it out. What will be the compound interest on a sum of ₹25,000 for 2 years at the rate of 12% per annum, and the interest is compounded 8 monthly, not yearly. The interest is compounded 8 monthly. That means in 2 years, how many 8 months are there? 2 years means that is 24 divided by 8. So that comes 3. So my n will become 3. And what will be my R rate of interest? So 12% for 12 years, 12 months. For 12 months, if it is 12%, for 8 months, because compounding is in 8 months. So for 8 months, it should be 8%. So R is become 8%. That is what the only change you have to adopt when compounded 8 monthly. Take your 30 seconds and then we will come back. Anyone? You people are doing extremely well. Okay, Chinna Reddy. Option 1 is right. So, I gave the clue here. Here the principal will remain same 25,000. The 2 year, but the compounding is in every 8 months. So, how many 8 months is there in 24 months? That is 3. So, n will be 3, and the rate of interest should be taken for 8 months. For 12 months 12%, for 8 months it is 8%. That's all. So the time is over at your end, but it is okay. Some questions takes less than 30 seconds, some question takes more than 30 seconds. Okay. Shall I answer the question? In the meanwhile, if you get the answer, I think Pandu has get the answer 5493, 6493, 6493. Shall I check this one? Now, in the meantime, some of you will be able to answer the question. So, let me take, as it is a round figure and I need the 8%. What is 8% of 25,000? So, first 8 months, the 8% of 25,000 is nothing but 2,000. For second year, please avoid me overwriting. For second year, it is also 2,000 interest on principal. For third year, it is also interest on principal will be 2,000. Third 8 months, not third year, third 8 months. So, here I will take the 8% of this 2,000, which comes 160, and here also 160. Now, I know over here I need to add on second year interest, this is 160. Please do not confuse here, 160. So, I need to take the 8% on this and on this. I already know on this it is 8% is 160 plus 8% of 16, which is 12, 8, 128, that comes 12.8, and simply you need to add over here. Someone answer the question. I was really expecting that Chinna Rakesh will answer the question, and this is option 3, which is same as Pandu has said, 5493. So, let me check option 3 is correct. Yeah, that's right. So, why did I change the method? Because these are the round figures, it is easy to calculate over here. So, I noticed that 3 times of 2000 is nothing but 6000, and 3 times of 160. So, 16 3 is 48, 480, and plus I need to add this part. So, 6492, 6492.8, approximate answer is 93, 6493. Beautifully answer the question. Come on, and let us move on to the next question, and it is this. What is this question is all about? What is the compound interest on a sum of rupees 10,000 at the rate of 14% per annum, but this time the time is given to 5 by 7 years. To 5 by 7 years. It is not 2 years, it is not 3 years. So, while the interest is compounding yearly, think of it, my dear friend, and I am sure any one of you or some of you will be able to answer the question, as Pandu is very active, Chinna Rakesh is very active. Just practice it. The more and more you keep preparing, so more chances is there that the known question comes in the exam. The more number of questions you practice, more chances is there that the known type of question comes in the exam. So, instantly you do not need to think how to answer it, you start answering the question. Okay, Pandu has very quick to answer the question, 4296, and 4296. Okay. Let me check that the Pandu answer is correct or not. Let me check. 4296, option 2, that is correct. Option 2, that is correct. Your speed is good, your understanding is good. What you understood is on 10,000 1400 for 2 years. So, as this is round figure, 14% is nothing but 1400 is the interest. So, for first year 1400, for second year 1400, for third year, first year, this is for second year, and here I need to take for 5 by 7 years. So, what will be the rate of interest for 5 by 7 years? I already know this is 14% per annum, then for 5 by 7 years, it will be 10% rate of interest. So, I will be taking the 10% of the principal, which is nothing but 1000 plus 10,000. Here I need to take the 14%, which is 196. The total comes 15,000 total interest, right? This is what the total interest is. It is good that Pandu has answered the question. So, what is the total interest? 28 and 129, 2996. So, on this 2996, I need to take the 10%, and the 10% is nothing but 29. I can consider this as 30. Can I consider this as 30? 2196, I need 10%. Okay. So, that comes, can I consider this as what comes 299.6. So, what is the total interest now? Take this one, 28 and 38. So, this comes 38, and this interest comes 6, 15, carry 1, and 30, 49. So, simply you are adding these two, you are getting the answer. That's good over here. That is 4296 if I round up this one. So, 4296. Well done, my dear friend. Good understanding. Here is a small twist, that 5 by 7 years, you need to find out the rate of interest for 5 by 7 years and apply on this 2 years interest 10% on that, and on the principal you should take 10%, which you have rightly done. Okay. Let us move on to the next question here, and which is this. Allow me to read the question. Now, on a certain sum of compound interest, the compounded annually for the fourth year is 15,000. Fourth year, it is 15,000. Now, the same for sixth year is 25,350. What is that? On a certain sum, the compound interest. It's okay. So, what is the rate of interest? I just have to find out the R over here. So, can you find out R? You have this. Now, here the time is different. Look at this one, fourth year and sixth year. So, here from 0 to fourth year, I have given the interest, and we have the sixth year given the interest. You can't put this in geometric progression, because the here the year gap is 4 and here the year gap is 2. So, how do you respond to this particular question? So, let me write down something. So, this question will solution will be little lengthy. and you know that there are questions which are a little bit of lengthy. The interest is nothing but here it is for 6th year. This what the interest is, that is 25,350 is the interest, and the interest is equal to here 15,000 I will consider this as principal, and the time from 4th year to 6th year is the 2 years interest. So, here this is 15,000 okay my dear friend. So, that is P plus R by 100 to the whole power 2, because 4th year to 6th year I will consider this as principal P, and this will become amount, and 4th year to 6th year the time is 2 years. So, now the rest part is the simple cancellation part. Let me see that if you are good in cancellation. 25, oh, very good. Pandu, your preparation is excellent. I really should appreciate. Keep the same understanding in reasoning and also in English, because one subject will not sufficient to clear the exam. So, please keep your preparation in the same line, and Chinna Reddy has already strike the answer, Pandu has strike the answer, they says 30%, both of them. Let me check that option 2 is correct. What a beautiful calculation speed and accuracy, that is good my dear friend. So, what I will do is, I will bring this 15,000 over here. So, it comes 15,000 and cancel this one. So, which is equal to 1 plus R by 2. If my right hand side is power 2, left hand side must be in power 2, then only the number will be get cancelled, or else it will not get cancelled over here. So, that understanding should be over here. So, I see that with 15 this gets cancelled 100 times, which is 10 square, and with 15 this is 15, 1 15, 10 is left, and this get cancelled, 15 6 is 90, am I right? 135 is left, it goes 9 times. I notice that this is 13 square. So, my left hand side is nothing but 13 by 10 whole square. So, this square get cancelled. So, I appreciate your accuracy. I am not testing your knowledge, because these are the basic fundamental questions. So, here 13 by 10 is equal to 1 plus R by 100. Now, with 10 this gets cancelled, no, 1 minute. So, the 1 will come over here, the plus 1 will become minus 1, and once the plus 1 will become minus 1, this anyhow gets cancelled. I am getting this one as 3 by 10, which is equal to R by 100, R by 100. So, you beautifully cancelled it 10 times, and 10 into 3, that is 30. Therefore, the R is equal to 30. So, your understanding about fundamental is very clear, and what you are doing with me is just practicing it, revising the question, right. Well done my dear friend. I am moving on to the next question, and it is this. Allow me to read the question, and then the difference, see that simple interest and compound interest, you get the two type, the difference of simple and compound interest for 2 years, and the another question, the difference of simple interest and compound interest for 3 years. You must know both of them, how do I approach it. Okay, the difference between compound interest and simple interest on rupees X at 9% per annum for 2 years I have taken here is given to us. Find the value of X. So, will you please answer the question. There is small formula, if you do not mind you can remember this one. difference for 2 years is equal to r by 100 to the whole power 2. Readily available P into r by 100 to the. So, we remember so many formulas, you can remember this also, because the principle is not given to us. I need to find out P here. Let me give you 30 second. 30 second is over. Okay, Prabhu, I am sure you will answer the question because you are practicing it. It's not just to show in YouTube how smart you are. You will be smart once you get the job. So, Chinna Rakesh, option 4. Okay. Okay. So, we have already noticed that this is principal is option 4, 2500. So, here the difference is given to us, which is given to us as 21 by 4. So, if it is 21 by 4, which is nothing but 81 by 4. So, can I directly write down this one as 81 by 4 is equal to P into what is R? 9. So, 9 by 100 to the whole power 2, that comes 81 by 100 into 100, that comes over here. So, I noticed that here. Anyone else answer the question other than Chinna Rakesh? 2500. Pandu, answer the question correctly, my dear friends. So, here 81 gets cancelled. You know that this gets cancelled 25 times. So, 2500 P is equal to nothing but 2500. So, P 2500. Well done. Now, take the next question. Similarly, prepare for 3 years also, right. So, take the next question, and you know that this model is very common for all the examination, that the sum of money in compound interest is become 3 times in 4 years, then in how many the sum will become 21 times in how many years? It is only a 5-second question or 3-second question. Those who knows the method, and I am sure that Chinna Rakesh, I am confident that he knows how to answer the question. He answered it, option 2. Option 2. Okay, fine. Still 16 seconds is there. 12 is the answer, option 2. At my end, the time is over. Let me check that it is right. So, you must be knowing for n times it takes x years, then n to the power p times it will be how many years? X into p, x into p years. So, it is in the same line that here it is 3 times in how many years? It takes 4 years. 4 years, then 27 is nothing but 3 to the power 3 times, which is equal to 4 into 3, which is 12 years. So, do not write this formula, this is only for your information. Well done. Moving on to the next question here, and the question number 9 is here. Check your 10, I think. How about 9? 9 is over. Okay. Look at this one. A sum of money become 11,880 in 4 years. So, this is an amount after 4 years, and 17,820 after 6 years. This is the amount after 6 years on compound interest. What is the question? The interest is compounded annually what is the half of the sum? Once I get the sum, I can find out the half of the sum. Fine, my dear friend. So here you notice that that is 4 years and that is 6 years. So the gap is 2 years. So can I answer this question in this way? That is this is principal. This is principal and this is amount, and the way we have did it earlier, that is 17,820, which is equal to 11,880 into 1 plus I need to find out okay, here I need to find out the principal because I need the half of the principal. Here rate of interest you will get. So this is not the way to answer this particular question because you are not getting the principal over here. So what you are going to do here is P into two equation you have to form, 1 plus r by 100 to the whole power 6 which is equal to amount after 6 years and which is 17,820. This question will take some calculation, and the P into 1 plus r by 100 to the whole power 4 which is equal to 11,880. This is equation 1 and this is equation 2. So what I am going to do is 1 divided by 2. 1 divided by 2. Now you can try this, my dear friend. I give 30 seconds for you. And the questions like this, the people get stuck. But you should not, because I have to take the advantage over my competitors in every question, in every section, and the overall score. Come on, try to answer the question. If I am doing the same thing what my competitor does, what is and if I am answering the same questions what my competitors are answering, how do I make the advantage over them? Come on. It's good that few people are watching. Now the rest part is the calculation part only, and I am sure you will be able to cancel this one. So when I cancel this part, so here what I get, P and P gets cancelled, and I will get 1 plus r by 100 to the whole power 6 minus 4 which is 2, which is equal to, here you are expected to cancel these numbers, that is 17,820 and here it is 11,880. I will leave this calculation for you, because if I write down the number, your speed will not increase. My purpose is you calculate it more and more, your speed will increase more and more. That is my purpose. So 2640, option 3, Pandu has said option 3. Okay, you are very good in the calculation, my dear friend, and you understand if I have to find out P, I have this approach. Now I am going to check the answer of Pandu, that is 2640, option 3. Yeah, that's right. See the speed of calculation, and you know that we know so many questions in the exam, but we do not get the time to answer the question. Even we leave the questions which we already know how to answer the question because of the speed. So your calculation and joining with us will definitely increase the speed, my dear friend, even though you know the question. So here if you cancel this one, you must be getting, that's power 2, this comes 3 by 2. So this is 3 by 2, that power 2 is there, right. So, I am getting this is as a 9 3 by 2 to the whole power 2, that comes 9 by 4. Am I doing right? 1 plus r by 100, which is equal to 3 by 2. So, P into 3 by 2, replace this. Where should I replace this over here? I will replace this 1 plus r by 2 over here. So, 1 plus r by 2 to the whole power 2. Then what happens here? This is P into 1 plus r by 100 to the whole power 2. This whole power 2 to the power 2, right. And whole to the power 2 is nothing but 3 by 2, whole power 2. When I replace over here, so this will come 3 by 2 into 3 by 2, 2 times. So, in this way, can I find out what is P? And which is equal to, I am replacing this one, no? So, P into I replace this one r by 2 to the whole power 2, which is 3 by 2. So, this is 3 by 2 into 3 by 2, and which is equal to what is the value I am replacing over here, and that comes 11,880. So, I do not need to write down the power 2 here, because I already wrote down this one 2 times. So, already answered the question. Pandu has answered the question. Option choice 3. Okay. Let me cancel this one with 9 because 3 into 3 is 9, and here getting cancelled by 9, 1 times, 2, 3 times 27, and with 9 2 times and 0, multiply it by 4, your answer is ready. So, this is 0, this is 4 to 8, and 13 4, which comes 13 4. Am I multiplying this by 13? How is it 2 times? With 9, 9 1, and 9 3 27, 9 2, followed by 0, and I need to multiply this by, did I make any mistake over here? Yes, I think I made a mistake. That's a 9 1, and I left with a 2, 9 3 27 and 2. I should multiply this by 4, no? Why did you multiply this by 2? 1320, that comes okay, fine. When I multiply this one, 13 4 56, but the question is asked that half of the sum. This is the sum. What is half of it? 2640. So, divide this by 2, you are getting 2640. Well done, sir. All of you have so nicely answered the question, most of you, and especially Pandu. Just allow me to refresh it. Correct answer 2530, option 2. No, half of the sum. Chinna Rakesh, thank you very much, you have rightly said. So, this is the sum, and the question asked is not the sum, it is asked half of the sum. Thank you. So, let us move on, sir, to the next question over here. and it's question number 11. Say that you as you are attending just for 45 minutes or half 1 hour, your calculation keep increasing, and whatever question you have previously done, it's a revision for that. Now, a sum of rupees 20,000 was divided into two parts. One part was lent at simple interest at 6% per annum and the other part at 10% per annum. At the end of 3 years, the amount rupees 5,400 was earned. That means that 4,500 is the interest on two parts together towards the interest. So, what was the amount invested at 10% per annum? Very frequently asked question in all competitive exams. So, let us take 30 seconds, and someone has already answered the question. Yeah, Pandu, I am really happy that your speed is very important, sir. In this RRB SSC banking exam, speed is important, so that in the exam we should not miss the questions which I already know because of the lack of time. So, well done, well done. And Anusha, very good evening, madam. Very good evening. Answer this question. Answer this question. Yes, yes, friends. Try this question. I hope I am just going out of the screen so that you can see the whole question over here. Okay, anyone answered it? 15,000. The point is very good. I really noticed in all the questions you answered it. You saying option B is the answer. Allow me to check. Yeah, that's right. That means you know that I have the lower, what Pandu knows is, he knows the lower rate of interest is given, he knows the higher rate of interest is given, he knows the overall principal is there and overall interest is there. Overall interest is there. So, I can find out the mean interest and I can use the alligation mixture method. So, this is for how many years? 3 years. For 1 year, how much? 1800. So, what is the mean rate of interest? So, that is 1800 over 20,000. That is what he understood, that 9% is the mean rate of interest. So, when I am getting the lower, higher, mean, I can get the ratio of investment by using the alligation mixture method. That I think the Pandu must have know this, therefore, he is able to answer the question. So, 6%, 10% and this is 9%. So, I will take the difference, here it is 1 and here it is 3. So, how much is invested at the rate of 10% per annum? So, the 10% per annum, 3 parts out of the total 3 plus 1, 4 parts. So, that is 20,000. I must have answered the question in this way, that 20,000 into 3 over 4 parts and 5 3, that is nothing but 15,000. Well done. Well done, sir. The next question on your board is this. Where is it? Here. Okay. So, I will make this question as the last question, because at 6 I have another class. So, X lent 36,000 for 2 person X, Y and Z in 2 parts on the simple interest, and the interest being 5% per annum and 10% per annum respectively, such that the amount from Y in 10 years is equal to amount of Y, this one at 5% per annum, in 10 years is equal to amount of Z, this one is a Z at 10% per annum, Z in 11 years. Yes, sir. This is the last question. So, here the amount is equal. Now, how much amount did he lend at in Y? This one. Okay. That means, in other word, if it is 10 years at the rate of 5% per annum, that means how much will be the interest? The interest will be 50%, 5 into 10, because this is a simple interest. And what will be the amount? Amount will be principal plus interest, that is 100 plus 50, 150%. This is amount of Y. Amount of Y. What is the amount of Z? So, here the interest that is 10% for how many years? 11 years. So, 100 and 10% is the amount. So, the it is given that amount of Z is 110% of the principal. So, I can write down this, these two are equal, that means 150% of Y. So, I will not write the percentage, because left hand side, right hand side percentage will come. So, 150 Y is equal to 110 Z. The rest part you know, take your 30 seconds, and this is the last question for this class. Okay. Oh, wow, 21,000. So, you have great clarity about this chapter, Mr. Pandu. Previously also I have seen the time and work or all the other chapters. So, one day I will start the pure maths also, arithmetic, that is trigonometry, algebra and geometry also, because those who are writing the RRB and SSC exam, for them it is important. Now, here you are very good. So, what I get is the ratio of Y to Z, which is nothing but 11 by 15. What I need is how much in Y. So, the total number of parts are 26, out of which I need to find out 11 parts. Okay. So, the total investment is 26,000. So, 36,000 I think, yeah, 36,000. I need the 11 parts out of 11 plus 15, which is 26. Okay. Am I right? Did I get the right ratio here? 100 and 100 plus 110. I made a small error over here, that this is the interest, 110% is the interest. So, what is the amount of Z? The principal is 100 and interest is 110%, that means 210%. Here I made a small mistake here. So, let me recalculate over here the ratio which I got wrong, that is 210 by 150, that comes 21 by 15, that comes 7 by 5. So, this comes 7 by 5. Okay. I need the 7 part out of 12 parts. So, what is 7 by 12? This is 3 and 3 7, which is 21, and Pandu has rightly said 21,000, that means option choice D you said. Okay. Well done all my friends who are watching live now and who will be watching in future. With this, wish you all the best to upcoming Ganesh Chaturthi, and wish you all the best to all of you. Thank you.